In the name of Allah, the King of the King, the Lord of the world, the Master of the day after, the creator of everything in this universe, he has no partner. If any of you guys seems guarded, then forbid with his hand, with power. If noble, then with his tongue. If noble, then with his heart, and his fear with faith. Honorable judges, respectable audience, and everyone here today, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
First of all, let's thank the Almighty God. It is because of Him we are unable to attend this special contest. Secondly, my salawat and salam to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to this bright modern era that we live in today. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the judges for giving the special opportunity to compete myself in a special contest. And I'm standing here before you all to deliver my speech under the title, Leaders of Sunray in Solving the Global Environmental Crisis. Before talking about the global crisis, do you really know what is happening in our world today? And how do the students prepare themselves to overcome this global crisis? Dear audiences, hundreds of years ago, long before the Dutch colonized Indonesia, the existing of Islamic educational institution was Islamic boarding school, which focused its activities on educating its students in religious knowledge. But what happened when the Dutch government came? When the Dutch colonial government needed skilled workers to assist the administration in colonized Indonesia, a job-oriented type of education was introduced. To the end, the government then expanded the Western model of education is known as public school. Dear audiences, if we look at the big issue recently, namely globalization, many people say that Indonesia is not ready to enter the era of globalization. It is feared that the Southern graduates are even more unprepared to face this globalization era. Globalization is a worldwide process due to advances in science and technology, especially in the field of telecommunication and transportation. Globalization has resulted in people no longer seeing themselves as only citizens of the country, but also as citizens of the world community. They no longer hold true of the values they have been held by people of the village, city, province, or nation. And then, what are the opportunities and threats of globalization to our country? Globalization brings positive and negative effects for the interest of our nation and women. The positive impact is it is easier for us to obtain information from the outside so that it can help us to find new alternatives in an effort to solve the problems that we face. While the negative impact is the entry of information that we don't need or even damage the order of the failures that we have so far addressed. For example, the culture of infidelity brought about Italian films from television, pornographic images or videos that enter via the internet, the political ideologies that differ from the political ideologies we profess, and so on. Avoiding globalization as a natural process or eliminating the negative impacts of globalization might not be possible. Like it or not, whether we like it or not, ready or not, we have to face this globalization and accept all its impact, both negative and positive. And we have to decide and choose and filter positive and negative impact. Therefore, the challenges we face as an elite group of the Ummah are, how can we tap full of the opportunities and traits and minimize the traits? Education is the nation's effort to shape its young generations to become human beings according to what they desire. The challenges faced by globalization to national education are: can national education produce quality students so that they are able to meet the competition with the nations, or at least survive in globalization? And then what is the actual readiness of the student in overcoming the global crisis? In the context of preparing students to face the changing times due to globalization, Islamic educational institutions have a very important role. The success of the center in preparing students to face more complex future challenge will produce graduates who will become community leaders and national leaders who will determine the direction of this nation's development. In the other hand, the favor of Islamic educational institutions to prepare students for future challenge will result in graduates who are frustrated, excluded, and become burdened in society. Nauzubillah min zalik. So, my conclusion for my speech is the role of the Pesantren in order for madrasah graduates to have global insight. Madrasah must have global insight and must prepare their students so that they can continue their studies or works abroad. For this, mastery of varied culture, mastery of language skills, especially Arabic and English, becomes very important. Likewise, the introductions of various culture and nations. In addition, students must increase their faith and piety so as not to be crushed by outside to the character of our nation. So, audiences, dear audiences, may justice for my speech. Thank you very much, and I'm so sorry for this there and missing for me. And last, I say, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.